Hey guys, this is Godoricon and I'm here today with a toy review. And today is one of probably my best bargain hunts ever for figures, really. Because today is the Rebirth of Mothra 2 Underwater Battle Set, that is. Now I'll start off with the box. As you can see, it's all there. Got the Gala up there, Aqua Mothra there, and a little Godzilla sticker. Not sure whether it's meant to be there or not, but hey, why not? It's the same company. Now, I'll be on. Okay, if you look to one side, you got a bunch of pictures. At the top, you've got Aqua Mothra, below it, Dagala or Dagara, and you got Fairy Mothra, Gorgo, and Guru Mark II. Guru, I think that's one of the best names ever. On the other side, same. And on the back, you have pictures and information on each figure. You got Aqua Mothra's there. I don't know what this says. I can't read Japanese. Got Dagara there, not Dagara. Depends on your pronunciation. Fairy Mothra, Guru, and Gorgo. And then you've got a little picture of all 5 figures there. Right. And the top just has a sort of similar picture to the front, which is Aqua Mothra and Dagara. And same on the bottom. Okay, that's the box over and done with. I'm going to talk figures and have history at the end for once, rather than go through it all. So to start off with, let's talk Aqua Mothra. Now if we're talking about paint job, this is a beautiful figure, to be honest. All the paint apps, it makes this really a fantastic, even on the translucent plastic on the wings. The face itself looks pretty good. And the underbelly is not really a lot you want to worry about. Detailing is brilliant, and the details on this figure is really good. You got all the little grooves for the feathers, or well, the fur in this case. Sorry, not feathers. It's not a bird. It's Mothra, idiot. And even all the imprints on the wings are here, to make it really look like an insect wings. This is probably one of the really odd designs of Mothra, but I don't know, I quite like it. It's not my personal favourite, which is Armor Mothra, but hey, there you go. Okay, superpowers with this one, I may as well say them now. Basically, he can yes, it's a he because it's Mothra Leo. He can transform between this form, Aqua Mothra, and Rainbow Mothra. In this form, he can split up into little Mothras, as always. He can swim underwater at high marks, like, I don't know, Mark 40 or something. Probably not quite correct there, I haven't checked. You can fire cross-shaped beams from his head, and, you know, just the general Mothra Leo powers. So that's what you've got for that. And articulation, like most Mothras, exceedingly limited. It's just the head. And even then it only just goes 360. It's a very squidgy body, this one. That's it, and you got the little legs. And the little legs there. Okay. Put her to one side for the moment. As we bring out the main bad guy, the Garla. As for him, paint job is pretty good, I'd say. It's fairly accurate. He was sort of greeny, sort of black, greeny, and cream colour. Got nice orange for the eyes. Good mouth sculpt. And underneath is pink. I'm just going to go with this there and say that's accurate. But the detail in this figure is phenomenal, it really is. All the little grooves and lines on his wings, on his underbelly, and on the tail fins, and even on the back. The face itself is really well detailed. It's really nice. So yes, one really nice figure. Articulation is each arm rotates like that. I'm going to call borderline useless, but you know, it's nice to have some articulation, and the tail will rotate just about, but of course these legs get in the way and they don't move, so you're not going to do anything with that. Then the wings, you can do them up and down, but you really wouldn't want to. Talk to Garla's superpowers. Basically, he can fly, swim, and go on land. He produces barim, which are little starfish, acidic starfish creatures that you can cause it to go into a tornado and stuff. And he can shoot beams. Yes, he can do that, but I can't remember off the top of my head where from. I think he has like shoulder cannons or a mouth cannon or something. But yeah, he has a beam weapon like most monsters do. I'm going to put him to one side, and we'll talk the little guys. They're really sort of like the chibified, super deformed type thing. They're not really they're quite nicely detailed, but like as you can see with Guru here, it's more or less just black with a bit of white. And you can just look on the if you look on the picture, you can see it's a lot more detailed. Possibly. As in possibly, if you can tell. But yes, he's quite a lot more detailed, so these are really just sort of cheap plastic. They're more or less like Gashapon. Hollow Gashapon, like the new Pokemon ones you can get, which I'm not really keen on. Fairy Mothra does a little better. At least it has sort of nice wing patterns, and the face is fairly well painted and detailed, but sort of basic really. Of these three, Gorgo's the best one done, but then again, he's just a big fur ball. Not a lot you can have detailed there. So, yeah, that's it. And with these guys, Gorgo's parrot can merge with Mothra and become rainbow, and turn Mothra Leo to Rainbow Mothra. That's about it. Fairy can shoot antenna beams and fly. And Guru, similar really. Now if we bring them all back on, and we'll do sizing. As you can see, actually clear those three away, we don't need them. As you can see, Dagara and Mothra are really pretty well scaled against one another. You can really do kind of have the underwater fights. Yeah, as you do. So yeah, that looks pretty good. I mean, according to these stats anyway, Mothra is only like, I think it's 24 meters high, or Dagara's 73 or something. I may not be reading these correct, but it's something like that. Yes. I don't know, something anyway. But if we're talking other figures, for Godzilla fans, here's G2000. Yeah, this is pretty good. You could have Rainbow Mothra, you could have Aqua Mothra and Godzilla team up, or alternatively fight underwater, or have him face off against Dagara. I'll say that could work. For Ultra fans, Red King. Again, I can see this working. Could have these two try and team up on him, because they're douches. Well, apart from Red King. God's a douche. Red King's awesome. Now I'll bring all of them out. Okay. One massively huge Daikaiju family. Now to go history, which is basically to go through the entire Rebirth of Mothra. So here we go. To start with, basically Rainbow Mothra Leo's trying out his new powers, and we see that a local sea has become filled with barim, which are destroying the boats. This is basically the first sign of things to come, as the bad Elias, whose name slips me, basically is trying to get Dagara to be set loose, and hires two basically goons to do her dirty work for her. As this happens, basically an ancient city rises from the ocean, as does Dagara, who goes to attack. Three kids, led by the Gorgo, enter with Fairy Mothra, and after a long time find out the history of this ancient civilization crashed beneath the oceans after creating Dagara to get rid of their pollution, only for it to destroy their entire civilization. Rainbow Mothra Leo appears to fight, and does fairly well until Dagara pulls him underwater and attacks him with barim. And he's left to try and just blast Dagara away from the temple, while the others trying to find a way to stop him. Eventually they do, and Gorgo merges with Mothra Leo to give him the powers to become Rainbow Mothra, a more powerful version. And the two fight until Dagara again goes underwater, where Rainbow Mothra follows and turns into Aqua Mothra. And the fight continues. Aqua Mothra destroys him from within in what seems to be a Star Wars inspired scene, where a bunch of little Aqua Mothras are attacking barim and destroying Dagara from the inside. Eventually Dagara is defeated, and Mothra Leo basically sends it to the temple and blows it up, sealing Dagara away and sealing the temple away at the same time. And that's basically it for Dagara's history. Aqua Mothra would appear again in Rebirth of Mothra 3, but we'll stick to this one. Just stick to talking about 2, because that's the set. So that's it. For most of these guys, the history is brief. For Fairy and Guru, they appeared in all 3 of the Rebirth of Mothra series. Dagara and Gorgo stay in this one, and Aqua Mothra appears in 2 and 3, so the history is brief. The detail and paint job are epic on the big guys, on the little guys not so much. Scaling is good, and rarity, these guys are really hard to get a hold of. They're exceptionally hard to find. Yeah, even as a pack, you're gonna have to. Normally, you'd have to pay. It's like £40 or something just to get these. I mean, I've seen them on their own selling for around that price, and I'm not just talking about the 8-inch versions. I actually got mine for just under £30, which is like $40 so. So I got a bargain on this one. But yeah, so rarity is high. Overall, I'm going to give this set a 9 out of 10, only not getting the full 10 out of 10 because it's lacking in articulation. So that's it. I hope you enjoyed this, and I'll see you later.